helped me to reach 2,000 subscribers. I froze at the window, breath fogging the glass, as a dark gray car rolled slowly into our driveway. The sound of its tires crunching over gravel felt like a knife scraping against my nerves. That car wasn't supposed to be here. Not now. My husband's car was silver. His shift ended at 6, and it was barely 5:30. He was never early. Never. But as the gray Honda idled beneath the porch light, my stomach clenched. Because I knew that car too well. It was Daniel's. And Daniel was supposed to be gone an hour ago. The mug slipped from my hand, shattering against the kitchen tiles. The sound was sharp, too loud in the silence. I glanced toward the hallway where the bedroom door was half closed, the sheets still messy, the scent of him still clinging to my skin. My heart thudded so hard I could feel it in my throat. He couldn't be here. Not when my husband could walk through that door any minute. I grabbed my phone, typing out a frantic text. "Why are you back? You said you were leaving." No response. Seconds crawled by, slow and suffocating. I could hear my pulse in my ears. Then a knock on the door. 3 firm taps. I peeked through the blinds. Daniel stood there, looking uneasy, his jaw tight, eyes darting between the house and the street. I opened the door just an inch. "What are you doing?" I whispered, panic twisting my voice. "I forgot my wallet," he said, his tone low but urgent. "I think I left it in the bedroom." "You can't be here, Daniel. He'll be home any minute." "I'll be quick." He pushed past me before I could stop him. My heart sank as I heard his footsteps down the hall. Every second he stayed, the air felt heavier. The sound of keys jangling outside made me freeze. Then came the metallic click of the front door lock. My husband. Daniel's eyes widened. He mouthed something. "Hide!" But there was nowhere to hide that wouldn't scream guilt. I stood rooted to the floor as the door opened, and Michael stepped inside, his familiar cologne slicing through the air. "Hey, babe," he said, his voice warm but tired. Traffic was good for once. He looked around the living room, eyes landing on me. My hair was still messy, my shirt half-buttoned. I tried to smile, but my lips trembled. "You okay?" he asked. "Yeah, just cleaning up." His gaze flicked to the broken mug on the floor. "Looks like it." Behind him, through the open bedroom door, I saw Daniel's shadow shift slightly. My throat went dry. Michael took a step closer, his expression softening. "You look pale. Everything all right?" "Fine," I whispered. He reached out to touch my cheek, and then froze. "Why is the bed unmade?" My blood turned to ice. I was changing the sheets, without stripping them first. The silence was unbearable. I could hear the faint sound of breathing, Daniel's, from behind the door. Michael turned toward the hallway, suspicion hardening in his face. "Who's here?" "No one." He didn't believe me. I saw it in his eyes, the shift from concern to fury. He moved fast, storming down the hallway. I followed, words tumbling out uselessly. "Michael, wait!" The door flew open. Daniel stood there, frozen, holding his wallet like a child caught stealing. The air fractured between them, something raw and ugly twisting in the space. Michael's voice came out low, dangerous. "Get out of my house." "Michael." I started, but he cut me a look so sharp it made me flinch. Daniel backed toward the door. "I didn't mean." "Get out." Daniel obeyed, slipping past me, leaving the faint smell of cologne and guilt behind him. When the door slammed shut, the silence that followed was worse than shouting. Michael stood there, staring at nothing, his jaw flexed. "How long?" he asked quietly. The question shattered me. "Michael, please." "How long?" My voice trembled. "A few months." He laughed, but it wasn't real. A few months, while I was working nights, paying the bills, making plans for us. Tears blurred my vision. It wasn't supposed to happen. It just... He looked at me, eyes cold. "Just what happened?" I could barely speak. "I was lonely, Michael. You were distant. We stopped talking, stopped touching. I miss feeling wanted." The words sounded pathetic, even to me. "So that's your excuse," he said softly. You didn't feel wanted, so you found someone else to make you feel wanted. He ran a hand through his hair, pacing the room. I thought I was fixing things. I took that promotion for us. I wanted to buy us a house. Kids, someday. I thought we were still a team. I reached for him, but he stepped back. Don't. The rejection cut deeper than I expected. I felt my body shake, a sob clawing at my throat. I'm sorry. Please, I'm so sorry. Michael stared at me, his face unreadable. Then he picked up his car keys. You should be. He walked to the door, hesitated, and looked back once. You destroyed everything in one afternoon. The door shut behind him. I stood in the quiet house, every corner echoing with what I'd lost. The broken mug, the unmade bed, the lingering scent of betrayal. It all felt like evidence from a crime scene. My crime. I sank to the floor, shaking, tears spilling onto my hands. Guilt roared inside me, but beneath it, a smaller voice whispered something I didn't want to hear. Relief. Because the truth was, I'd been living two lives for months, one built on duty, the other on desire, and now both had collapsed. Hours passed. The light outside dimmed to gray. I didn't move until headlights swept across the window again. My pulse spiked. I thought Michael had come back, but it wasn't his car. It was Daniel's. Again. I stepped outside, heart pounding. What are you doing here? He looked at me, eyes tired. I had to make sure you were okay. You shouldn't have come. I still love you, Claire. I closed my eyes. His words, once intoxicating, now felt like poison. No, you love the secret, the thrill. That's gone now. He took a step closer. We could leave. Start over. Don't. My voice cracked. Just go. He hesitated, searching my face for something. Hope, forgiveness, maybe weakness. But there was nothing left to give. When he finally drove away, I watched the tail lights disappear into the distance. Only then did I see the second car at the corner of the street. Silver, my husband's. He had been there, watching. The realization hit like a blow to the chest. He never left. He'd seen everything. And in that moment, as the night swallowed the sound of the engine fading, I knew the real damage hadn't even begun.